Hello there, World of Tankers. Welcome to the channel. I'm, of course, your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about the 60 TP, the brand new Polish Tier 10 heavy tank that will be coming into World of Tanks Blitz in Update 8.4. Now, we are on the open test, which means I'm able to not only see how the provisions, consumables, and how this vehicle itself are going to play, but I can give my feedback, and I'll be giving my feedback just like yesterday's video quite harshly. Now, yesterday's video, there were a lot of people that agreed with me and a lot of people that disagreed. A lot of the biggest comments to the disagreements on my opinion on the provisions, the biggest one, or not provisions, but the consumable, was on tungsten shells. A lot of people said that tungsten shells are balanced because you can't max roll. But well, Wargaming changed that. They made it so now that you do max roll, actually. It's 105% variation to 125%. And as Wargaming says themselves, it's plus 15% to average damage, which means if we go pull out the calculator, the average damage for this tank normally is 600. Multiply that by 0.15, and that is 690 average damage. Now, this tank shoots 4.32 rounds a minute. If you multiply that by what is the 690 damage per shot, it's 2,980 DPM. But because you can also run adrenaline, we multiply this by 0.2, which means that your DPM is an extra 600. So it is 2,980 plus 600, and you have 4,000. I don't think that's right, is it? No, let me try this again. 2,980 plus 600. I think this is better. Yeah, 3,580. I don't know why 4,000 came out of that. I was like, that's not correct. But that's still 3,580 damage per minute in that burst of 20 seconds. That is ridiculous. I mean, obviously it's only 20 seconds, so you're going to be getting at around 1,400 damage with 2 shells with this tank, but still, that's stupid. Why are you able to do that? Not to mention, with the provisions, this tank can go 4 faster forwards and 4 faster in reverse. And then another 2 faster forwards and 2 faster in reverse. Somebody made a comment yesterday and said I was wrong in that math and that the tank doesn't go 41 or 42 forwards, but as you can see here, 42 forwards, and it says 15 in reverse, but for some reason they didn't add on the numbers yet. It actually goes 21 in reverse because it's 15 plus the 6 added on. And of course, you have an engine power boost there. And plus, while we're waiting to load into a game, we can break into the armor profile. Now, this is a Clanvong, and you might think the armor doesn't look very good, until you realize that this is heat shells with 340 millimeters of pen, plus 10% because I'm running calibrated, so 374 millimeters of pen, and yeah, that upper plate, it is ridiculously thick. That lower plate looks like it's a very easy shot until you realize that it's not very easy to hit. I mean, when we're in an actual game, which we are here, you're going to see, this is actually a bunch of TPs against us, you're going to see just how small that lower plate is. Of course, I've played up against them quite a bit now. And by the way, this is, of course, that 40 kilometer per hour speed boost that we have on it now, which is ridiculous. So the armor you saw on the turret was basically impenetrable to the highest heat pen that a heavy can get. The hull down capabilities is 7 degrees of gun depression, which is the same as an E100. I mean, I just don't know what to say about this tank. The tank itself is already very strong. So the fact that Wargaming is giving it these consumables, wow, that guy just went right through my weak spot with no problem whatsoever. Man, that was a pretty unlucky shot for me, wasn't it? So there's the Sheridan, and let's put on tungsten shells. Let's aim it on that Sheridan, and there you go. 667 hit points, and he's dead. I mean, that was even a low roll at that. And judging that this VK is just going to go full at it, we're going to put on my adrenaline here, which is, of course, giving me that extra DPM. We're going to aim in a raid on this guy, and boom, 669 damage. Now, those were both low rolls with my tungsten shells, and I was still able to get out some pretty beefy damage numbers here. So we're going to back up, maybe get another shot into this VK, or not VK, but the 60 TP here. So let's aim in on this guy. Oof! Yeah, you can see just how hard that armor is to penetrate. I mean, it's actually very, very tricky. Just looking at it here, you can see how small that lower plate is. I mean, it's tiny. Really, really small lower plate. Very hard to penetrate. There's that VK still somehow chugging along. But we're going to aim in on this guy. There you go. Nice heat shell for 615 damage. I don't know why they're shooting me. I mean, we got a VK in the front line, and they're shooting me. I don't know. We are in the open test server, so these players obviously are from the RU server. Maybe they got different tactics there. Either way, there's a 60 TP. We actually have 3 60 TPs here. I don't really have the gun depression to work this currently. I don't think our team is going to win this all out. Oop, there's the IS-7 poking that. Can't really do much to him as of yet, but oof, oof. I mean, they both fired, so actually, if I play this correctly, I might just be able to poke over here and get a nice shot in. So let's try and do that. There you go. 513 damage. Back up, back up. No, no, no. What? What the heck was that? Okay. Well, apparently... Oh, and then you've got my 60 TP camping on the other side of the map. The skilled I can't pronounce anything, but yeah, I can't say much about that guy. Either way, I mean, I showed where that damage is insane. We were able to do, and there you go, that's another roll there, 695 on the enemy 60 TP. This guy might be an awful player, but he still was able to get out a huge chunk off that enemy 60 TP. And, I mean, the tank is just super stupid right now. You can see they're at reverse speed here of 20 kilometers per hour. Oof, this guy is, yeah, he's very stunk, as you can see. But, I mean, we looked at the armor profile, right? You can see the armor itself on the vehicle is crazy. I mean, the biggest issue I have with this tank, it's not just the consumables, right? I mean, if the consumables were the only thing that made the tank good, then I'd understand. You know, if the tank was actually quite piss poor, and, you know, it had like 1900 DPM, or even 1800, but the consumables were the thing that made it good, then I would understand. But the issue I have with the tank is, I mean, the tank itself is already really good. That armor is ridiculously thick. I mean, we got penned and it looked like we didn't have much armor, but you saw against the enemies, we had the load heat to penetrate them. And that's basically like looking at an IS-4, but an IS-4 with 600 damage per shot and more gun depression and alpha. I mean, yeah, we're gonna see though. One more game here, see what the tank can do. Let me know what you guys think about the tank in the comments down below, if you think it's busted or not. But I mean, just look at that armor profile. I mean, fully hull down, that's what a Kwangdong sees. You can hit that, you can hit this, but for the most part, I mean, looking at that from an actual armor standpoint, I mean, those are really hard shots to hit. So, yeah, why is the team going this way? Man, RU server is much different. I'm not sure if this is just the RU server or these are just really bad players, but why are we going this way? Either way, we're gonna see how we can do here. Imagine if the enemy team goes this way. What the heck? Okay. Obviously, I do not know how Blitz is played on the RU server, so guess I'll have to learn that for myself. But we're just going to kind of chill here. Maybe we can get a shot into the, I don't really know. We're just going to wait. Maybe we'll get a nice shot out, right? Hopefully somebody pokes this. Hello, are you going to poke? Come on, do it, do it, do it. No, they're really just not wanting to poke this, are they? I guess it's because my TP's sitting right there, so he's just kind of halting their push. But I don't really know what to do at this point. I'm just going to push off to the side. Maybe we can get a shot onto this yo. Maybe, just maybe. Aiming. No, we're really not able to. Man, this is just a useless game, isn't it? Huh? Oh, wait. We got the TP over here. Let's fire. Oh, 677. Obviously, I'd ended up putting on my tungsten shells there. Always got to make use of those shells. And, well, there is the TP pushing off to the side again. Maybe we can actually get a shell into the side of the T-57 Heavy, though. Let's aim in. Oh, aiming and fire. There you go. Another roll. Man, what is up with my low rolls? Another 600 roll? 655? I mean, I'm trying to say how busted these shells are, and they keep low rolling. But even with the low rolls, I mean, you can clearly see how good that average damage is going to be. So here we go. We got the yo off to the side. Let's aim it on him. And yeet. Yeah, there you go. Nice tap into his engine deck for 500, and of course, because we have that ridiculous reverse speed, I'm just gonna back up here. You got one shell into me, but let's just keep reversing. I mean, that's where the reverse speed is a little stupid on the tank, and in 3 more seconds here, we're just gonna try and tap this guy once again. Oh, let's go. Speed is key. Let's go, and yeet. There you go. Another nice tap for 500 there. I do need the backup, though. I mean, we got a big issue. 160 TP is on me in front. We just gotta keep backing up. Come on, keep going back. There's that ridiculous reverse speed. Oh my. All right. Well, let's just wait around this corner then, maybe. I mean, this team's not doing fantastic, but I don't expect them to, right? Oh, there's one shot from the yo. I'll take another one easily. There you go. 521. I mean, that 521 roll there with tungsten shells is actually impossible. It's theoretically impossible. So this guy would have been a one-shot if we were running tungsten, compared to him not being, because we're not. I mean, the tank itself, as I said, is very strong alone. I mean, there's a... Oof, I was going to say there's a nice penetration onto that guy, but no, unfortunately, we did not get a pen. But, I mean, either way, we're going to plop on adrenaline here, gain our little bit of boosted reload, see if we can get some nice bounces on that frontal armor. Let's angle it out here. Hello, try and pen me. Oh, there's one bounce, and let's see if we can get a shot right into his. No, we're not penning that one. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not, but we can aim it on the other yo, maybe. I'm just going to push on that guy. I mean, we have our tungsten shells loaded, which means we're going to be ready to rip a big one into this guy. I mean, this yo over here, he might be a bit of a threat, but I'm just going to ram into him a little bit. I don't really care about him, though. I want to get the damage into this guy. Come on, I just want to get one tungsten shell out. And fire! No! No. You're not going to kill me. You can't do it. My armor is too strong. Uh-oh. Haha! Aha! You can't kill me! Again, you can see the very, very modest armor that this tank does carry. Unfortunately, I couldn't really use that tungsten shells there in the end because I kind of messed up that shot. But that was still 3,227 damage. And that was just a walk in the park. And by the way, that was a 6 versus 6. Normally there would be 7 versus 7. And we were also up against all the new testing tanks. I mean, I'm going to play more games. And I'm going to form a solid opinion. I mean, tomorrow or later today, I'll probably post a video on these 50 TP. I'm not going to try even pronounce that. That just says Transylvania in my mind. But either way, we're going to talk about this tank, which has the same gun as an IS-7. And then we're going to break into the Tier 8, the 53 TP, a very, very weird-looking vehicle. And we also have the Tier 7, which is the 45 TP. And then finally, we have the Tier 6, the 40 TP. So there's a lot of TPs. And just looking at the Tier 10 alone, I mean, it just seems stupid. There's too many good things going for it. The tank itself, without those consumables, would have been strong. And the fact that they put these on makes the E100 completely irrelevant. In my opinion, anybody that tries making an argument for these tanks to be like this simply don't understand how strong this is going to be until they play it. I mean, this is the same argument that the Yo is a balanced tank. I made a video all the way back when the Yo came out, and I said that the tank was broken, and there were a lot of people that tried saying the Yo is a quote-unquote fair and balanced tank. But it's the most played comp tank in the game. I mean, I've literally seen 7 of them used in comp and just YOLO over the hill. Not only that, but I mean, the Yo is currently the top performing Tier 10 heavy in the game on Blitzstar's statistics for the last 90 days. And it's been like that. It's the most played heavy tank. So honestly, in my opinion, anybody that would try arguing the Yo is balanced either doesn't know how to play the tank or I just don't know what to say. I mean, the Yo is clearly, statistically, with factual evidence, a broken vehicle. And looking at how this tank is playing on the open test server, I can tell you, without even a question, that this, if the tank comes out like this, will be a broken vehicle for good players. Obviously, a bad player, as I've said before, will not know how to play any tank that is good well. I mean, you can get Annihilator players, and there's plenty of players out there that play the Annihilator and do terrible in it. So obviously there will be people that do not know how to play this tank. But for the average player that knows how to use this tank, it will be a completely broken vehicle with the consumables, the provisions, hull-down capabilities, and the armor on this tank. Just imagine this thing working Normandy Hill. Imagine this vehicle working Canyon Hill with 700 damage per shot for that first 2 or 3 shells with tungsten. It's just, I don't know what to say. And obviously, I want to calculate the HE damage as well really quick. The HE is normally 680 damage. So, if we do 680 and we multiply that by 0.15, you have 102 extra. So, it's about 780 average damage on your high explosive now, which is ridiculous. Well, hopefully all of you enjoyed today's video, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye!